How's it going, guys? It's James here, back again for episode 2 of the Road to Glory. Now, at the end of last episode, I had about 90,000 coins, and I thought I would like to upgrade my team. The players just weren't good enough that I wanted to go into div rivals with them, so I thought, first port of call, I had a look on Footbin. I saw what kind of players can I purchase from the Premier League for that sort of price range, which were high rated, and Harry Kane popped up as top of the list. 89 rated Harry Kane. As you can see in the background here, we're trying to purchase him for as cheap as reasonably possible. Now, the thing about Harry Kane is he's not the fastest player in the world, but he has got excellent shooting. And as I soon discovered in div rivals, pace is all important. If you don't have pace, it's very difficult to score. But we remedy that later on, you'll see that. But for the time being, we're just purchasing him. I'm trying to upgrade the rest of the squad as well. So there's other players that we wanted to upgrade. So there's the left cam, Juan Mata is also really slow. And Marcos Alonso at left back is also incredibly slow. But I didn't want to splash out all my money immediately because, you know, I wasn't sure how div rivals was going to shape up. I thought, let's get into it first, see how the games go, and then if we need to change, or if we can find holes that we need to fill or to, you know, improve in these positions, we can do that then. So at left cam, I had another search as well. I wanted a cheap-ish player. I didn't want to spend too much money, and I thought the best one, for the time being at least, would be Mesut Ozil. On paper, he looks like a decent cam. Even though we're playing the 4-2-2, so he's playing out wide a lot of the time, he doesn't quite have the legs to get up and down the wing as much as I'd like, but he's a decent player nonetheless, and a very good stopgap at the very least, you know, just until we get to that next level of player. So we buy him here for 4,500 coins. Easy pickings. We stick him straight into the squad. And so now this is what the squad's looking like at the moment once we've got, once you've shifted some of the players around. As you can see, there's some obvious places where we need to sort of change or improve players. The right back, Mighty Lines is okay, not fantastic. Lallana could definitely use some work, you know, a lot of places. So we hop into a Div Rivals game. This is the first game of Div Rivals placement, and I was in for a rude awakening, I tell you what. So I didn't play that much FIFA 19, but even I know that FIFA 20 is a massive change. As you can see here, we almost opened the scoring with Özil in like the 8th minute with a diving header, but it just bounced off the crossbar. Harry Kane opens his shooting boots, tries them on, but not quite fitting yet, and he still needs to settle in a little bit. But this game feels really slow compared to the previous FIFA. Everything's very cumbersome. There's a lot of rebound, you know, a lot of funny stuff going on. And it's just a bit, it just feels a bit strange. And here, Gabamin is a fantastic player. But here, like, you know, what's going on is a block, and somehow Mesut Ozil has missed that. It's an absolute sitter. I don't know. But pace is super important, and I think that's because as well, the game is so punishing and so slow. Like, I don't know what Rudiger's doing. He just sort of stands there, watches him, doesn't close down Danny Ings. And spoiler alert, I get absolutely battered this game. I don't know whether it's a case of, you know, it was the first game of Div Rivals, I just hadn't quite adjusted to the game, to the sort of the play. Like, it's so scrappy. You try and press the button, and then you try and pass, things happen like a second, 2 seconds later. Here he opens me up with a nice through ball, slots it in with Danny Ings, but like, I would expect Rudiger or Maitland-Niles to really catch Danny Ings there. Danny Ings is not a fast player. And when you see further on in the Div Rivals games, the sort of players that we're playing up against in terms of pace, it becomes nutty. So a great finish there from Ozil, barely onside. Probably would have needed VAR to check that one. Smashes it home, a sweet goal, but it's not enough to stem the tide. Chip goals are really good this year. Really cute pass from I can't remember who that player was, but through to Pulisic, who does have the legs to get through. And here Vinicius, he subs on his lone Vinicius Jr., just absolutely rinses my defence. Like, all I could do was watch him run away. And similarly, again, here he goes again. A good timed pass. Rudiger's asleep. Vinicius Jr. just dinks it over. It's 6-1. I tried to, you know, take away a little bit of the pain by trying to make at least a bit of an effort just to get the practice in. Kalu comes in, slots a nice goal home, and the score ends like that. It's 6-2. You can see the stats here. It was like, I didn't deserve to win. I would have never have claimed that. But you know, it is what it is. And so we can see that here I am searching for another CDM because we do not have a good defence at the moment. Something is missing, and I pick up the boy from Leicester in Didi. Swap into the second game of Div Rivals, and it's more of the same. Like, Morales is a very good, I think he's 89 pace, a very good striker. He just runs down the line, cuts it back, and slots it in. There's not much I can do about it at the moment. I'm just still, I don't know what it is, I'm just not with it. But Harry Kane comes in, first goal for the club. Took him long enough, if I'm honest. But we see later that it's not necessarily Harry Kane's fault. It's not necessarily Harry Kane's fault. We pair him up with a much better player later on, and he's able to do a bit more, a bit better. Again, Morales just runs through. Look how pace-orientated this game is. It's just running down the wings, cutting back, and sliding it in. Or in this case, Demarai Gray has no idea how to kick the ball and cannot get it on target, which is incredibly sad for me. And this is one of the other things that's really becoming a peeve of mine, is the players won't pass. They'll always try and backheel. Now here, I mean, that dive looked a bit theatrical to me. I did clip him maybe. I wasn't expecting to get sent off, but having watched it back now, it's kind of like, yeah, I can see that. I mean, pause if you want. I didn't wait very long there on the halftime stats, but we'll see them again at full time. Cut back to Gabamin. He's an excellent player, by the way. Fantastic CDM. Really, really good for his rating and for his prices, as well as Ndidi. They're both excellent CDMs, so I've still got. But again, it's just sweaty. It's just sweaty business. He just runs down the line, cuts it back, and then tramps in. It's just really painful, to be honest. Look, similarly again, it's just, I don't know what's going on. The centre backs needed changing. That's what needed to happen. Obviously, at this point, we're missing one of them. But as you can see there, Wilfred indeed does get a 9.0. But I thought, we'll finish the game on a high. We're submitting this around the world SBC just to finish off this group as well of hybrid nations. We get 2 juicy packs to end the episode. So the first one, we open it up. Oh, I still haven't really worked out what the animations are, but it's a board. It is a centre forward from, I can't remember whether that's Slovenia or I think it is, maybe. I'm not sure. Those flags all look very similar. But it is Ilicic. Not a fantastic player, but hidden in the pack, if you can see, scrolling along, we've got 2 perfect replacements for our team. We've got Eric Bailly, who we sub in for Rudiger, because Rudiger just was asleep half the time. But Wan-Bissaka is the big one. And we check his price range. He goes for like 25k. Insane player, 87 pace, 80 defending, 72 physical, and 78 dribbling. He's also 4-star skills. He's basically like young Dani Alves, but English. Excellent player. Goes straight in. In the end, we whacked a shadow on him just because why not? And he never struggles to catch people down the line. He's always chasing back, and you'll see that in some of the future games. He's always running back. Obviously here, we just sell everything. We've got Joe, which is also a nice player, a couple 5-6k. We picked up some good, this was a decent pack, I have to say. We sold all the stuff inside it, obviously just to sort of rack up the bank count and make up for the expenditure that's been Harry Kane. On to the next pack, and in this one, we don't get anything. I know, terrible. We got Lingard, who in fact does go on to replace our right cam Lallana. It's one of those, right? Lingard is I'd expect better from a pack like this, but having said that, Lingard is a very good player as well, and he often plays surprisingly well, let's say, for an 82 rated. His dribbling is very good, as well as his balance and agility, so he often sort of gets himself out of tricky situations, or he comes out in the 50-50s where, the defenders tackled you and the ball sort of bounces around a bit. Lingard often comes out on top and runs away with the ball again. So can't complain too much. He again is a straight swap into the team. Lallana was untradeable, but he just goes in the bin really, let's be honest. We're going to try and upgrade this team as fast as possible. A fantastic kit here, replaces our home kit. The Germany third kit looks really snazzy. But here is the team that we've got at the moment. We've replaced the 2 cams, we replaced the centre back and the right back. And then, there's more places that we can make improvements. We can improve the Demarai Gray to a better player. Marcus Alonso needs to change as well. He's just not fast enough to keep up with the players that I'm playing against. So you've got the Vinicius Juniors, you've got the Jadon Sanchos, you've got Coman, Pepe, like all these players I've played against absolutely run him ragged. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you guys want to see next? I mean, I've done a lot of it already, to be fair. But if you've got any spicy hybrids you can think of, obviously if you've liked this video, leave a like down below. It really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're new around here. I appreciate it so much. You guys have been immense recently, and I will try my best to make more videos like this in the future. I'm super busy this weekend. I'm going to try my best to grind out as many episodes tonight as I possibly can, just so I can have them ready for the weekend, because I'm not going to be able to do much while I'm going to be going down to London basically for a friend's birthday. And then hopefully next week we'll come back, we can pick up the squad battles rewards on Sunday night / Monday morning, and then upload some more videos next week. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all the support and love, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.